Big question. Read carefully. Don't disturb other people. Let's answer after a minute. I'm going to mute everyone. People watching from YouTube and LinkedIn, leave your answers in the chat box. Okay, now let everyone give your answers if you're not done. I'm seeing alphabet of D and B. Two alphabets are coming up. Okay. Third alphabet coming. D, B, and C. People online, I'm seeing A. Wow. Going to be a big competition, man. I'm seeing A, B, C, and D. But for some reason, I'm getting a feel I discussed this question before. Did I discuss with any one of you aware of this question?
A similar question, Shri, not the same question.
It's not. See, our brain is able to. Somewhere I'm relating these numbers. Okay.
Maybe last to last Sunday, I believe.
Somewhere we discussed, right? But a little variation was there.
Yeah, but not the exact question, but similar kind of a situation.
Good memory power you have, man. All right. I think this question is going to be a little tricky question because I see variation answers. That shows it's a tricky question. Okay, let's start the game now. Most of you answered, right? Yeah, most of you answered. In online, I got a as an answer. I have A, I have B, I have C, I have D. In this, honestly, the alphabet D looks majority. Okay, let's keep the majority, then come to one by one. As we do, usually, first we'll understand the question. This time, what we do here is, I want you to tell me the tense of the question. What is the tense? Past tense, present tense, and future tense. Where are we? Where it's happening?
Present. Present.
During the project, present.
Present. Okay, the question is on the present. Okay. Okay, one I got it. Then the next one is stakeholders. How many individual or companies involved into this?
Single
Two key
company.
stakeholders.
Two stakeholders.
Two here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Who
Project
else?
manager.
Manager is involved. Okay. So totally we have 3 people, right? So let me put it this way. I will say 3 and plus here 1 person is involved. Okay. If I put a quadrant like this and if I put a power interest grid, where you want to keep these 2 people? This is a high power, this is a low power. High interest, low, I'm sorry, stop, I'm putting wrong. It should be here. Low interest, high interest. Where you want to keep these guys? 2 people.
Second quadrant. No,
High,
no,
high power, high interest.
high power, high interest.
High
High.
interest.
Power is less or high?
High.
Uh-huh. Because of the word, anything interesting in the word?
Key stakeholders.
Key stakeholders.
Key stakeholders, but not a declare, right? They didn't tell the high power, but at least we are imagining that we have to manage them closely. Can I say like that?
Yeah.
Manage closely. Okay. This I don't want to write it, but our brain should know about it. When you're reading the question itself, your brain should tell, okay, this guy have to give more attention. Okay, this is nice. Let's go to the situation of the question now. So one of you, can you help me? What is the key in the whole question? 3 lines. This is the one I have to focus. Which one it is?
Untested technology.
Untested technology. Yeah.
Untested technology.
Project has just initiated, just been initiated.
There you go. That's a point. Just been, which means the project is not totally started. Can we say like that?
Yeah.
Which means it could be a project chartered stage or
Yes.
Yeah. Business
When it
case
is
developing.
business case. Okay. But here untested technology during development, not now. Which means it's a proposal. Okay. So I have 2 things now. Interesting. One says just been initiated, which means the project is not fully into action. Another one I'm hearing here is untested technology during development, not now, during development. Okay, very good. What should the manager do? Very good. Should complete in 18 months is a total completion time. Now, what expectation from PMI in this question? Before you see the answer, what are the areas they want you to be aware of?
Conflicting environment is there here, actually. Like conflicting in the sense like one stakeholder wants this, one stakeholder wants this. So it's a conflicting kind of.
Okay. So
Stakeholder management.
Stakeholder management, schedule management.
Stakeholder management should be aware. Okay. Schedule you should know. Schedule management. Okay.
Scope management.
Communication.
Scope should be aware of it. What else?
Communication.
Communication. Okay, then what?
Leadership as well.
Leadership needed. Why leadership needed?
Leadership needed because now here the thing comes like how to balance both the stakeholder in terms of their needs and requirement.
You mean conflict management or
Yes. Yeah.
conflict management, or you talk about decisiveness, decision making?
Yes, decision making.
Decision making, right? It's all there. Okay. This also talks about your risk taking ability, risk threshold.
Yeah.
How much risk you can take? Threshold. When it's a risk threshold, you're going to take a risk on untested technology. Risk threshold. By the way, I don't want to add too much, but I'm trying to say that a question is like this framed, where they look multiple directions. Okay, now, since you prepared for last few weeks, you would have read few areas, but again, you have to put things together. Now, the question is, what should the manager do? Let's put some real scenario now. There is a company which is in Mumbai. In Mumbai, there is a company, and they are coming with a new rainwater harvesting system. Okay, I'm just doing something. Okay, rainwater harvesting system. For rainwater harvesting, they are in the very initial stage. They are signing a contract with the Mumbai government, and Mumbai government they are working out. Meantime, they are initiating this work. They want to start before the monsoon of 2025. Okay, that's the initiation stage now. Another two key people could be is one of the big builder in the Mumbai section, and one of the other big builder from a different section. And these guys are coming up. Maybe government also can be a stakeholder. One government, one is could be big builder. Let me put L&T. One is L&T, one is government section. Now, these people say that I want an 18 months. 18 months is in nearly 2 years. Then I have to put a monsoon of 2026. 2026 monsoon, I want it. In fact, before monsoon, you have to do rainwater harvesting. Now, one of the stakeholders says, let's go with some untested technology during the development. So now, why somebody has to propose untested technology? What could be the reason? In this question, what could be the reason?
To save on time.
Save time, yeah.
Save time. Okay. With the current world, do you think early is highly expected in the market? Go early.
Yes.
But for that, can I take a blind risk? That is
No.
also a problem, right? But time is always money. You cannot say no for it. Stakeholder B says that, no, guys, let's stay with the 18 here. Someone I heard, maybe they saying that leadership is important because two people are involving. I have to talk about conflict. I have to be decision making. Two things are involved. On top of that, you should know the requirement. You should know communication. You should know schedule management. All you should be aware of it. Now, with this, I have varying answers here. At least in the YouTube, I'm seeing one person has given as A. Since he or she cannot speak because they're on YouTube, I'll pick up from the B. I'll start from the B. Even before going to the B, since everyone given one alphabet, let me ask people here, which one you think this answer makes no sense? At least let me listen to that. You see this answer doesn't make sense. Which one?
Answer A.
A doesn't make sense. Okay. Any reason why you think A doesn't make sense?
Yeah, so it's like for going for the cost benefit analysis, because stakeholders are more interested in they are the power stakeholders, and they are more interested in the schedule and the technologies to be tested. So cost benefit analysis won't affect much here. And secondary, to give all the project stakeholder for a decision. Again, decision should be based on the analysis we are doing, should be taken by the project manager or the power key stakeholder. Like not every stakeholder can take or involve in the decision, final decision.
Okay. Okay. So it is not going to add any benefit right now. That's your thought.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I listen to you. Nice. Okay. Then I'll park answer A. I'll place a strike A right now. We'll come back again for this if needed. And in this room, a majority of the people went with the answer D. D or B. Let me see who all gave. I see D is more, right? Yeah, D is more than B. Okay, why D looks a good answer for many of you? Why you thought D is a good answer? Any one of you, like maybe Dolly. Dolly, I saw your D given there. You want to talk about a D?
Yeah, because it will, it is actually giving a time-saving analysis also with the added risk, as well as will come to know like what will be the cost. So based on that, we can finalize the critical path and see if that is possible. If the project can be delivered at an earlier stage, along with giving good quality of work.
Okay. Let me clear it off the content. Let me make it clear. We strike out A. We are saying D could be a good answer. The reason is you're seeing that added risk and cost of the untested technology by reviewing it. Now, as a manager, you are expecting to do this job now. As a manager, I have to go back to my whiteboard, and sit and talk. Okay, guys, if in case I take this untested technology, what kind of new risk it could pop up? What are the costs involved towards it? So that the critical path and schedule compression options. Okay, I hear that point.
Can I add one more thing here?
Please go ahead.
So, see, B can also be the thing when I was opting for this answer. But here I see risk and cost means two constraints are involved, which are very important. I believe like risk and we should understand that the project has just been initiated. So during initiation only we're trying to identify the risk and the cost. So it will help us in our long project journey to get all these information before itself, so that we can work on, and then we can at least prepare for like at least unknown or surprised risk or something like that, which may add to the cost, like afterwards. In that way, I'm thinking.
Okay, okay. Are you referring to this one? The cost of changes starts getting
Yes,
higher as the
actually.
project
Yeah.
progresses. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yes.
0 to 100, if I put like this, the cost of
Exactly.
change, if you want to do, you can do here. If you do
Yeah.
somewhere in X, if you do in Y, your cost is very high. That's what you want to
Very
say.
high. Exactly.
Uh-huh.
As you explained in the Japanese company example, that how they took some time during the initiation itself to avoid again repeating or rework, and again it is adding to the cost. I remember like in our sessions that
Yeah.
it worked, and then that thing.
Okay. Okay. I see that point. But by the way, I took two people, key stakeholders. One is the government, one is the L&T. Let's put a L&T into trouble now. Let's say L&T is coming with this untested technology in rainwater harvesting. They are coming with the untested technology. Now, do you think government will object this, saying that no, 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 I don't want to do this?
Yeah, this risk can be possible.
Possible, but that kind of argument is not happening here. At least in the answers or in the question, they're telling two key
Yes.
stakeholders. Uh, but anyone, if you propose an idea, I can shrink. I can bring lesser time. Also, I can make a risk handling. That's what you want to say. If you say here, with added risk and the cost, the untested technology, by reviewing the critical path, how can I make it better? I think this picture is what we are trying to prove. Okay, let me listen to one other person for the answer D, then I go for B. Anyone else for the answer D? You have different views?
I have like it's not the different views what others have answered. Adding to that, because
Hmm.
like right now the project manager has to take decision based on two different stakeholder. So one
Hmm.
stakeholder is asking for this 18-month timeline and using a proven technology. So we
Hmm.
have to give answers to the another stakeholder who is looking for the lesser time and the new technology. So for doing this risk and cost analysis, we can convince them like
Oh, okay. You can convince them. You have
we
some
have taken their.
potential facts to talk. That's what you want to say.
Yes.
Okay. Critical thinking. Okay. Makes selling point. All right. Good. Thanks for sharing those points. Let me pull somebody for B. Priyadashni, if you're online, you want to talk up for B? Why you thought B is a good answer? Priyadashni, I saw you with the B. You
Hi.
want to speak up?
Hi,
Yeah.
Shri.
Hi.
Yeah, so one stakeholder wants to go for a untested technology. So
Uh,
definitely initial stage, we can't take the risk. Instead of that, we can start with the 18 months project type timeline using a tested technology. Plus we can tailor it with that untested technology, and during this time period, whatever the lessons learned, we can note it down so that we can use it in the next project. But
next
initially,
project. Okay.
yeah,
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, your ideas.
yeah. So in initial, it's not a good idea to start with the untested technology without identifying that risk involved, because
Uh,
there are two key stakeholders, and we need to manage both
okay.
of them.
Okay. I see your point of agile coming in there. Okay. Create a project schedule for the 18 months timeline. So in the beginning itself, set it 18 months. Tailor it with agile test iterations. What do you mean by test iterations here? I'm trying to see how can I utilize it. Tailor it with agile test iterations for the untested technologies and record any achieved time savings in the lessons learned. Okay. Okay. So you are committing 18 months as a time to the customer. Then I'm doing some learning curve. Through this learning curve, I'm updating my lessons learned. So your idea is by learning, I can reduce the time later. That's what you want to say.
Yeah, that's what I felt. I might be wrong
Uh,
also.
that's fine. It's a different view, right? When you say agile, but are you tempted with the word agile there?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, I see your point, but I'm trying to correlate this agile test iterations. How can I see this as real value, because I cannot tell to my customer I will do some agile test iterations. Customer may not agree for it because they have to sponsor for it. If I'm going to tell I'm going to do some test iteration, they'll ask me, what do you mean by test iterations? So you mean you won't give any deliverable? I have to say no, I'm going to give only trial there. But Priya can debate, no, I'm going to do something called fail fast. Is it correct, Priya? That's what you're trying to say from Agile? Fail fast.
So we can say we'll do some spikes and find out some solution, then we'll take it up.
Spikes you're bringing up there. Okay. 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 But again, here we are trying to freeze the time with 18 months. At least in this answer, I'm not seeing any timeline is given. Potential time saving. They can go with the 14 months, and they can also do the same spike here. It can be in 14 or it can be even 16. But here I'm giving 18, and then I want to come back reducing the time. Okay. I'm seeing two variations. Any other thoughts with answer B?
Yeah, I think with the proven technology, we know that it is 18. And by
Yeah.
test iteration, if those work, I think maybe the other technology can be implemented, and that could bring savings from 18 to 16, 14, whatever it may be. And once, and we are, I mean, since it's a agile test iteration is happening with the work, so it's actually it's not, it won't be actually a untested technology. It would it probably it would have passed through some tests that if it works or it doesn't work.
But in B, we are already knowing we are taking the risk, and then we are doing the testings agile. It's a trials we are doing, and then we wanted to learn from that, and then we need to fix that time actually.
Actually, I mean, there won't be any risk because with the 18-month timeline, we are anyways having a we are using a tested technology. So that the 18-month is coming on basis of some past experience or something. And I think if it brings any time savings, I mean, of course, it can reduce the project duration, and of course may help in the future projects.
Okay, let's take one step back here. Okay, the back here is when we discussed this question, we were discussing what is PMI expecting from us. One of the key thing I saw is leadership. Leadership in solving conflict. And another term I saw here is you're talking about decision making. Decision making. And another topic I heard from people here is risk taking ability. What is the risk taking ability? It depends purely on the risk threshold of the company. I believe you're aware of something called risk threshold. What level of risk they can take. When I say risk level, it could be of a time, it could be for money, it could be for any other parameters, right? We see what is the level threshold based on the work for it. Also, definitely stakeholder comes in, definitely communication comes in. You can't ignore it. These two are going to be there. Now, let's look at a little back here. When I see the answer B and answer D, one thing here, in answer B, we create a project schedule for 18 months. It's becoming very concrete. Looks very decisive, but very concrete. You straight away start with 18 months. Okay, this is one area. Another one is determine the viability. Viability. You're going to do an impact analysis before you conclude something. So this is going to start without facts. This could start with the facts. Now we can argue back, no, I'm using agile way, so I will start without facts, but I'll deliver it. Here they are doing a check of potential time savings and coming up with some details. Now this particular system of project execution, they didn't mention is agile or non-agile. They didn't tell anything at all. It's up to you to decide. If I go with this answer, if I put it this way, if I see this answer, they're using critical path. Schedule compression. This primarily goes with a predictive model. Can I say like that? It's a plan-driven approach.
Yes.
It's a plan-driven approach. When you create a schedule of 18 months, this is also almost predictive. which means you know the timeline already and you're going to start that. Later, you are tailoring it, which could be kind of a hybrid model. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of a
Yes.
hybrid. I'm seeing it's a bit of hybrid because plan driven. But no argument in this question whether plan driven or change driven. Only thing is, can I go with the untested technology? Can I go look at the best option here? Now, one is doing impact analysis before they do something. One is doing impact in between the work itself. Now, which one to go for it? But here they say that record any achieved time savings as a lessons learned. But is it only sufficient or you have to apply on your plan already? Recording a
Apply.
lesson, apply on it is
Apply.
there, but I believe they may do it, but they didn't mention the answer explicitly. Okay, now tough question, right? Now let's go with the one more person before we go for the right answer. Rex is there. Rex, we don't want to leave you, man. There's something you're giving for C. What is your thought there?
My thought is the initiation phase. So we have not gone up to the planning phase at all. So
Okay.
first in the initiation phase, I've got two options. So go first. Is it possible to use this technology? If I go to subject matter experts and the first thing they tell me, no, if I get a reply that the untested technology is not feasible, whole matter is over. I only go for the other technology. If they say possible, then I go into the stage of B or D. So, and it is in the initiation stage, not all the other B and D comes in the planning stage. So now he's asking what should the project manager do at the initiation stage where I got two technologies. So that's the logic I use. So first go to the subject matter expert and determine the feasibility.
Okay, people with answer B and D. How do you see this answer now?
I mean, I see that if there is something untested, there may not be any subject matter experts.
That's a different angle.
No, it can be subject matter expert, but along with subject matter expert, we need to include other stakeholders as well. If you are talking about the brainstorming here, if I think in that way, like we can do brainstorming as well to at least throw up the ideas or something like that, and then we can assess. So I think only subject matter expert here and taking the decision directly will not be a good thing.
Yeah, but again, untested doesn't mean you won't have SME. It is not tested, but SME will be there, right? A subject matter knowledgeable person will be there. You cannot deny that, right? Totally. Okay, nice. By the way, the people who went to the D, when you call it as a viability, is included into this?
Yes, yes. Shri.
You think
Yes.
so?
Yeah, feasibility, we are saying determine its feasibility or kind of thing.
Will you agree for that, Rex? Is it part of D?
Yes, okay.
Could be.
But viability of prioritizing the potential time saving.
See, without knowing it, how can I talk about the potential time saving? I should invite SME, right? Somebody here.
It amplifies it by saying with the added risk and at the cost of by reviewing the critical path and schedule compression options. You have not come to the critical path still. You are not still moved out of initiation. So in the initiation, there is no critical path. There is no command. You go into planning and then you will have the critical path and everything. We are in the initiation stage.
Okay. Super nice. This question is making us to think a lot, isn't it? Okay, Pooja, what do you have?
My point here is it's like when we are saying it is a key stakeholders, right? So I am seeing personally like maybe they are on the more power side. They more have more power.
Yeah, high power.
So when they are seeing, as a good stakeholder, but when power stakeholder is saying that they want to go as an untested technology as one option, so means they are seeing from the business perspective. So
go early to the market. Okay.
Yes, so they are seeing from that perspective. So just going to the SME, and if SME say no, it's not like. So power stakeholder must have this understanding that this technology can be used. They have some data available with them. So just by SME saying it cannot be used, we cannot take decision based on that. This is my perspective.
I'm sorry, I missed the last take from you. What do you want to say?
So it's like I am having this understanding. This like a power stakeholder must have this knowledge with them, whether when they are saying this untested
Ah,
technology can be used for this project, so they must have some data with them.
Oh, okay. Let's take this example. Neuralink of Elon Musk. They went to set the chip in a human brain. I believe some of you read this news. Yeah, 2, 3 months back. Now, that is a purely untested biological or chip or machine related nothing. No one has tested it. It's the first time. Now, there is a risk is super high there. So, rightly somebody said SME will not be there in that area itself. That's also a right statement there. Now, in that case, Elon Musk and team would have waited, or they take a risk of let's go, let's do the potential benefit out of it and see what we can get out of it if I do it in 3 months or 6 months and take a risk there. It goes back to the risk taking ability of the team, isn't it? Okay. Okay, let's pause here. Let's go for the right answer now. So I have 4 choices with me. This question is purely about 14 months or 18 months. These two are stakeholders and they are towards one project and the project is initiated. Initiated could be is they did a business case analysis. Is this project really needed? After that only initiation starts, which means project is needed. You cannot stop it. In the project, they want to use a technology. Let's say Burj Khalifa. In Burj Khalifa, it's a big construction work. In this, a number of things going to happen. One of the place, one of the technology. I will not tell the whole project is relying on that one particular technology. In one portion of it, they're going to have this untested technology just for imagination purpose. So when I talk 15 items, maybe one of the item in the project could be untested technology. Now there is a proposal from a stakeholder says let's go for it because the risk taking ability is very high. Another person says that okay, let's go with 18 months, stay within 18 months. But this guy doesn't oppose untested technology, but says that let's use a proven technology. So it's a kind of debating part here. Now what we are seeing is majority of the people in the room says that, so you know what? First, we have to determine the viability of prioritizing the potential time saving. If I bring an untested technology, what is the risk involved and what is the cost involved? And look out for the benefit of this. This is what I'm proposing. Is this answer one-sided? Which means, are we focusing for a one-sided person or are we focusing both aside?
I think both of the side.
Both aside. Okay. How come it's both aside?
Because
Okay.
we are talking about all the constants here, first of all, like, and it is related to both the, like, the project is related to, means the key stakeholders are also well aware about these constraints as well. Like in every dimension, we are assessing, analyzing the viability. So
Okay. Now, thanks for sharing that point. One message, if you observed, stakeholder B prefers staying within 18 months. They are not telling 18 months only will do. Staying within 18 months, it can be even 17.5, even it can be 14.5. So there is no freeze on the time there. But staying within 18 months, they're also preferring it, which means there is a common ground within them. Can we say like that? A and B has a common ground within them. They have a common ground, but in a common ground, there is a slight variation. One says a 14, one says 18, within 18. Now we have to look out for a preferred technology where to go. This risk taking ability is not disclosed in the question at all. They left it to the manager. This is a kind of a little vague question because they didn't tell who has high risk taking ability. Okay, now let's go and see the right answer and then we'll see what justification given there. Ooh. God, man, after 20 minutes discussion, huh? Let's see what it says here. The project manager has two stakeholders with a conflicting schedule requirements. It's important to find the common ground, okay, and to validate the schedule requirements for the work at the same time. This can be done by reviewing the critical path and schedule compression options to determine the actual shortest duration of time it will take to complete the project activities. Now look at this point a little more carefully here. When they say 14 and 18, because doing untested technology, there is nothing proven that it is going to be 14 months. Because now you're going to do the viability and you're going to look at the critical path touching parameter, compression touching parameter, and you will reevaluate, can we do in this duration itself? It can be 14, it can be 12, it can be 16. That is nothing given in the answer, nothing proven here. This will become a conclusion only after you do this process of analysis, and then the results could be that yes, we can do it, but it can take 16 months of time because more testing is needed because it's untested technology. However, here this person says let's go for the proven. However, we have to stay within 18 months, which means this person is not also not happy going beyond 18 months. So there could be a common ground for them to stay lesser time. There could be a debate point. There it stops. Now, let's go for the answer B because answer B is still tempting. Create a project schedule for the 18 months timeline and then you tailor it with agile test iterations. Now the problem here is in the test iterations. Now the customer can demand back, I'm not going to get any valuable outcome. It's going to be only a test iteration for the untested technology and do the lessons learned. Now here the deliverable not much coming out, rather it is going to be only a test research process on the untested technology. Yeah, people coming from Agile will debate and say that, no, Shri, this is a learning which I will use it and change my whole schedule. Initially, we thought 18 months. Later, I'll reduce it to some timeline. This we can argue. There is a big argument behind this. However, it is the same argument here goes back. They do a proper ground analysis before even they conclude a data. It's a kind of thing. Here in this question, the question is not having a clarity of who has a high risk taking ability. For that reason, we have to go to the critical path because the critical path has a clarity of what is being defined, and from there you take an action. In this question, one of them has a debate mentioned the point, the project has just initiated, which means a critical path is not created. Okay. Now, the point here is when the critical path is not created, yes, could be or maybe happened. But the point here is they have some timeline with them. This a timeline could be is they should have put a list of activities, list of work items, then only you got some date there. So there is some discussion has happened. We cannot totally say no discussion. There was a discussion there. I'll give a pass here. How was this question? Lot of thinking process?
Tricky.
Yes.
Even the people went with the D. Was it a random guess or you have to think a lot?
No thinking a lot actually.
Mm,
Struggling between B and D.
right. In main exam, this kind of question, 1 minute 20 seconds, your brain should process it. Bit tricky, right? Bit tricky. Like Priya was pointing out, the word agile was a bit tempting there, isn't it?
Actually,
Mhm.
honestly saying, taken risk in this question. At least this question takes time to analyze, not it more than 1 minute.
Yeah, a lot of big question. It's a big question. If imagine they give multiple answers, you have to choose two answers. Which two you will go? Not cost benefit analysis,
BD.
not SME, because SME is part of viability already. Chances are you may look for B also, isn't it? All right.